Day of Caring, an army of volunteers fan out across Quincy on behalf of the United Way of Adams County to help out partner organizations.
We've had an amazing day.
The annual United Way Day of Caring brings together businesses and United Way partner agencies to provide help those agencies need.
It's things that we couldn't normally do because we couldn't afford it,
but might not otherwise get. Volunteers started the morning at Horizon's Soup Kitchen with a light breakfast, welcome and prayer before heading out to their respective assignments. Among other things, volunteers helped clean headstones around Woodland Cemetery, did building improvements around the Advocacy Network for Children, and helped food donations get to local food banks. At Horizons, volunteers from Fibro helped pack up and distribute a large donation of goods from General Mills.
We were able to break down the pallets that General Mills sent into separate pallets for each pantry.
The day also offers opportunities for the volunteers and organizations to learn more about each other.
they learn exactly what we all do, and then we can find out what they do as well in their businesses.
It all wrapped up with the final rally at Adams Park.
The really great part is at the end of the day, we all get together and people come out and they share about the nonprofits and they share about what they learned. Sometimes that means more than even the project itself.
And volunteers from WGEM were among those taking part in the Day of Caring. Team members spent the day helping out at Cheerful Home.